Good morning from a very, very wet, very wet Hout Bay. I think this is how it's going to be for most of the week, but we'll find out soon enough. I'll have a look at the weather. It does mean that we get some internal jobs done, and the very first and most needed internal job is what I've been putting off for a while, and that is sanding the port side coach roof on the inside, at least to begin that process. So if I can get a lick or two of paint on there, sand everything down, I'll feel a hell of a lot better about all of it. Okay, now that I've sanded, the other mission is to prep. So I've given everything a wipe. Everything's been sanded down, everything's been wiped down, all the dust is gone. I've got the heater running so that I can try to dry this all, so that I can get the first coat of primer on here. After which I'll come through with any low spots or divots or bad areas. There's quite a few here, and over there's some holes, I guess, from things that were hung up over the years. Don't worry about that. That is a whole other ball game. But this section all the way to the end, once this is dry, I'm going to tape up the beams, mix up some Interguard, which is my primer, and give it 1 or 2 coats of primer. Let it dry overnight, and then we'll see how it is in the morning. Perfect. Now, speaking of things that I've left alone for a very long time, the anchor build. Those of you who have been watching for a long time or followed on Instagram, I started building this anchor in November 2021 and then set it aside because things got in the way and life happened, and I've decided it's time to just get it done. So the deal with this anchor is that it's essentially a copy of a Rockner 55. We have the CAD drawings, and I had sent this through to a company here in Cape Town, and they've got it all on file, and it was laser jet or water jet cut out of very thick, expensive steel, and we had all of the bits put together, and we're now making the final welds. Andries, as always, is helping out, and he is welding it all down for us. It's quite a lot of work to do. I think we went through some 20 rods to get this thing done. It's all stick welded. The part I didn't show is all of the cleanup. So while I hold the camera, I'm just going to whack this, get all of that flux off, and clean off as much of the carbon as possible so that the next speed of welding is done better. However, we are not, any of us, professional welders, and although we did do Argus and the boat is floating, which is good enough for us as an indication of how good our welding is, we do want to make sure that it's a good enough weld. We can clean it up though with a grinder. A grinder is a wonderful eraser of really, really bad welds. Welcome to the first day of the daily vlog. Some of the stuff you've just seen was recorded this weekend. So my attempt this week and for the rest of June is to do a daily vlog of everything that I'm doing on the boat, and in the hopes that I will learn a little bit better skills to edit a little bit faster and record faster and focus on very particular tasks in between everything else I need to do. I've picked a hell of a week to start. I mean, if you have a look at what this week is going to be, it's rain, 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 rain till Thursday. Maybe on Friday some sun. So it's a hell of a day to begin. Everything inside is a little bit cold and wet. I've got the heater running, so let's have a look and see how far we got. Alright, we've got this all taped up, as you've seen. This didn't take too long to do, and we got the first coat of primer on there. I've mounted some lights, one over here and one over there, because we have no lights aboard anymore. The hope was that I could start doing a little bit of fairing, so I may still do that today. Let's see how we go. And then I got to deal with that thing at the end there, which, believe it or not, I haven't even been using the router. I've literally just been chipping it away with the there's all of the bits. I've just been coming along with a sharp chisel and just sort of pulling it out, because it's so soft. But it's dried out a little bit since it's been here, so it's just sort of flaking off. I don't even need to put the router on. But yeah, the other hope was that it would be dry enough for me to measure out where I need to do those little takeouts for the drip things on the portholes. These ones have all been closed, and I need to router in the middle just a small little groove. Okay, so that's been a very good start for a Monday. We've got a ton of stuff done, and I think that will be good enough for my daily blog. It's already going to be like a 10-minute video, which is kind of what I do anyway, but it'll be a lot shorter. Let me know what you think of these daily vlogs, and I guess I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. Cheers.